Siyazi ngisho ukuthi each and every matter noma yonke into ekhona la emhlabeni existayo is made up of ama-atoms angisho. And ama-atoms phakathi anento esibiza ngani? Nge-nucleus. Siyakwazi lokho angisho. And i-nucleus yethu i-consists of ini? Ama-protons nani? Nama-electron, nama-neutrons njalo bawu-2. So ama-protons nama-neutrons collectively siwabiza ngani? Ngama-nucleons. So ama-protons and neutrons together we call them ini? Ama-nucleon. So once nje ngisho legama leli elithi nucleon lisho i-proton noma i-neutron. Anything ethola phakathi we-nucleus ibiza ngani? Nge-nucleon. So indlela yokukhombisa i-nucleus, we define it in this way because this is nuclear physics. We won't be talking about ama-atoms. So asibuka ngani? Ama-nucleus. So for example, asibukeni-ke i-notation ye-nucleus sirepresenta kanjani. Let's just say sifuna ukukhuluma nge-nucleus ka-helium. So to talk about the nucleus of helium, this is just the general formula, uno A lana, uno Z lana. So mangifuna ukudescribe i-nucleus ka-helium using i-nucleus notation, I will write the symbol ka-helium as ubani? U-He. Then on top, I have got U-A, which I call ini, i-mass number, and then U-Z, which I call ini, the atomic number. So you've already known ukuthi vele sinento esibiza nge-periodic table lasifaka khona each and every element that we have. Siyayazi leyo nto angisho. So i-atomic number yona, it is basically going to tell you ukuthi i-atom yakho yesingaki from u-hydrogen until the last one. So for example, u-helium, u-helium unumber bakonje? Unumber 2. Siyakwazi lokho angisho. And then the atomic number, what does it indicate? The atomic number, it indicates the number of protons that you find within the nucleus of that particular element. So, njengoba sibona atomic number ezu-Z lana, for helium, njengoba atomic number is 2, it means ukuthi una how many protons? 2 protons. Sayibona ngisho leyo nto. Ungamention ama-electrons at all, we are focusing on the nucleus alone. So, the atomic number tells you of the number of protons, or it is otherwise known as a charge number. Then sibe ne-neutron number. Remember, it's just nama-neutrons nama-protons parts where nucleus angisho. The neutron number will represent it using the symbol N. So N umele ini? A neutron number. The number of neutrons inside the nucleus yakho. So when you add the number of protons and the number of neutrons esiwatholayo inside a particular nucleus, sithola into esibiza ngani? Nge-mass number, which is U-A. Sebenzisa isymbol U-A whereby U-A, U-Z plus ubani? U-N. So mawuhlanganisa i-number of protons okuyi-atomic number and i-number of neutrons okuyi-neutron number, you are supposed to get any i-mass number. We say it's known as i-mass number. So i-mass number U-A siyibhala phezulu kanjena for i-nucleus yethu. So for example, if we take u-helium, assuming ukuthi una 2 protons and 2 neutrons, ukuze sithole i-mass number, so i-mass number yakhona is just what? 2 protons and 2 neutrons. So it must be ubani? U4. So the typical helium that you will find is something like this. Yini lena? Akusi helium atom lena yini? I-helium nucleus. I-atom singakhohlwa ukuthi sirepresenta kanjani. Sibhala isymbol mhlambe sithi helium phezulu sibhale U2 la sibhale U4. This is a helium atom. I-atomic number uyibhala phezulu, i-mass number uyibhala phansi. Angisho. Sibona kanjalo ku-periodic table. But for nuclear physics, sebenzisa le notation to represent ini? I-nucleus ka-helium. So singazi i-atom ka-helium le yini lena? I-nucleus ka-helium. So when we look for this example, lana we are having ubani? U-ion, u-Fe. Siyabona nayo symbol u-Fe. Kusho ukuthi lo 26 lona urepresenta ini? I-atomic number. Sayibona ngisho. And then u-56 urepresenta ini? I-mass number. So i-mass number is the sum of the number of protons, noma atomic number, and the number of neutrons. Choose lo 56 lona umthola when you add u26, the number of protons, to the number of neutrons. So a neutron number in this case is 30 angisho. Siyabona ngisho if you say 56 okuyi-mass number, i-combination yalokho ku-2. 56 minus 26 uzothola ini? U-30, which is the number of neutrons. Siyabona leyo nto angisho. That's how we represent a nucleus. Please sibambeni kahle le notation yethu. So njengoba sesiyazi-ke manje ukuthi nucleus ikanjani, we need to look at ama-isotopes. So i-atomic number into ekumele siyazi ngayo ukuthi i-representa i-identity ye-element noma ye-nucleus in general. So masikhuluma nge-nucleus ukuze sisho ukuthi le nucleus lena eka-carbon sibona ngani? sibona ngani nge-atomic number. Buka lana, this is atomic number u6 angisho. Shuthi ubani lona ucarbon. Buka lana u6 ubani lona ucarbon. Once i-atomic number it tells you i-identity yokuthi kahle kahle i-atom yakho i-atom number bani. That's why sibiza ngani i-atomic number. So here njengoba sibona ucarbon ono6 kanjena, this is what's telling us ukuthi it's carbon. Sayabona leyo nto angisho. But ke into enzekayo ke, we can have two of ama nucleus with having the same number of protons, noma the same atomic number, but having ama different number of ama neutrons. So kuyake kwenzeke ukuthi sibe nabo carbon abawu2. Babo carbon because bonke bana atomic number enjani efanayo. Remember, atomic number, it tells you the identity of what? Of a particular nucleus. So lana ke we are having u-carbon nalona futhi ubani u-carbon. Okay, this is the same thing. Asibuyeni laba abawu2, these two. So this is u-carbon, this is also u-carbon because the atomic number ubani u6. But buka kuhlukene lana ama-mass number. And khumbula i-mass number sihlanganisa ngani? Nge-atomic number and the number of neutrons. Shuthi kahle kahle yini ehlukile phakathi kwabo lawo njengoba ne-number of protons efanayo? Number of neutrons. Sayabona leyo nto angisho. So sithi these two are isotopes of each other. So isotopes, basically we're having ama nuclei that are having the same number of protons, no matter the same atomic number, but they're having different number of neutrons. Hence, i-mass number yabo izenza njani izohluka. So u-carbon has got 3 isotopes. Nangu carbon, this must be carbon 12 here. Let me just write it kanjeni. Singaboni ngathi 11 lo. Singanaki ukuthi 11. Respond slow length, but this is carbon 12. So carbon, khona carbon 12, khona carbon 11, khona carbon 13, khona carbon 14. But ke carbon esujwayele thina eswaziyo, it is ubani carbon 12, right? We know carbon has got a mass number of 12. That's the normal carbon that we are used to. It is the one that is found, that's the most abundant on Earth. Choose carbon on Earth on the mass number ubani 12. Carbon 12 load. But some isotopes are ilawa manje. And then you get hydrogen now, for example, unawo ama isotopes wakhe. But hydrogen lo jwayelekile, the normal one, ilo onani, one atomic number 1, no mass number 1. Ilo hydrogen esujwayele lona. But ke khona deuterium no tritium. They are isotopes zakabani, zaka hydrogen. They have the same number of protons, no matter the same atomic number. Just they are actually the same element, but they have different mass numbers. Lama mass number lawa indaba ahlukile is because the number of neutrons njani ihlukile na. Yabonakala lokho ngisho. So isotopes, we say uthi if we are having isotopes of a nuclei, normal of an element, we say uthi is 2 nuclei having the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. Sezwakala. All right. Sinama charges nama masses or subatomic particles. So mass la yama particles, we don't measure mass using kg. Okay? So for measure mass of particles, we use the atomic mass unit. Le unit lena sibiza ngo U. It's not kg, right? Kg simsebenza as a standard unit for physics. But lana for atoms, noma at this small level for nuclear physics, we use the atomic mass unit. And we convert kanjani when from kgs to atomic mass units. Uthi one atomic mass unit ilingana 1.66 times 10 to the power of minus 27 kgs. Shuthi mawunganikezwa mhlambe i-mass of a proton bakunikeze in kg. Always make sure it is in atomic mass units. This is the standard for conversion. Obvious, ukusuka la ukuya ngalena you multiply by this number ngisho. And then ukusuka la ukuya ngalena you divide by this number. But that's basically the unit. So kuma subatomic particles esinawo ke ama protons ke iwona asinda kakhulu. They are the most heavy. They are actually 1836 times heavier than ama electrons. Then ke ama protons nama neutrons wona they've got similar masses. We can see lana mass of a proton it's 1.007276 sayibona ngisho. And the mass ye neutron it is 1.008665. So the mass ye neutron is slightly bigger than leyan ye proton. But the proton is way bigger than the one of an electron. Bukan le electron is very small as I born. So basically, These are the messages kumele uwazi lawa if you are not given a data sheet, just in case you need to know them. So knowing this, we can now look at its size, a nucleus. How do we measure the size of a nucleus? So its size of a nucleus, for you to be able to measure its size, you must know the shape first. Actual size, it can be interpreted most of the times as a volume. So in nucleus, the shape of nucleus, it is actually spherical. So in nucleus is sphere. It's not a circle, is sphere. And leso sphere esikhandwa yini ayuthi isphere esinama neutrons phakathi. Kahle lama neutrons nama protons, they are actually making up the what? The sphere itself. Kungabi ngathi mhlambe khona into round la nifaka khona ama protons phakathi njengase high school. No. Wona lama protons nama neutrons, they are the ones making up the what? The sphere. So this is the spherical shape of the nucleus. So in nuclei radii, no matter the size of the nucleus in terms of radius, you can measure the radius, the distance from the center to the circumference, in a sense, is given by OR is equals to R naught times A to the power 1/3. OR naught is constant of 1.2 times 10 to the power 15 meters. We sebenzisa le formula lane. You use it to measure the radius of a nucleus. A radius in nucleus. Then again, radius. Most of the times, we're not talking about the size, but so volume in most cases. So automatically, if you have the radius of a sphere, you can now find the what? You can now find the volume. What is the volume of a sphere? Expression yakon. What is the volume of a sphere? Masufuni volume ya nucleus yakho uzothola kanjani? Shon phela, isini? 4/3 R cubed, yangisho? Yes. So this is finding a volume yani sphere. So see, if you are given, when you are given UA, if you know UA laphaya in the formula that you are given, what is UA? You can just say it is the mass number. Akashintsha akaguquki kuyi mass number leyo. So when you know the mass number of a particular nucleus, uyayifaka la i-mass number leyo uthola phezulu. Asho sakhumbula le notation la uthola khona mhlambe uhelium bese phezulu kuna something. So this is the mass number. You raise it to the power of 1/3. Ma utholele leyo radius ke ungakwazi uthola i-volume nucleus, because i-nucleus is sphere, i-shape sakhona. Yezwakala lokho ngisho. Yeah, there are still gonna be problems that you do based on it. So njengoba silo ke lana ukuthi ama protons nama neutrons siyabona ukuthi asondelene and they are tightly packed. Is one statement. The nucleus is spherical due to the tightly packed nucleons. So lama nucleons noma lama protons nama neutrons are tightly packed together. But ke siyazibuza ke thina ke njengama scientists ukuthi yini enza ukuthi abe tightly packed together kahle kahle. What causes objects to be bound together? Kahle kahle yini enza ukuthi izinto zisondelane in physics terms? What can you say causes things to get closer to one another in terms of physics? What causes things to bind to each other? Noma mhlambe khona uglue phakathi onamathisele. Force, yes, force of attraction. In terms of for two things to get closer to one another in physics, there must be a force of attraction between them. But the thing is here, umuntu might ask themselves, because you guys did electrostatics, you know, these are charges. Let's just say these are the protons, these are the neutrons. Ama protons are positively charged. What happens? What is the force between two positive charges? Repulsive. So this repulsive force is electric force. Coulomb's law. It is the one that you're able to find using the Coulomb's law. So basically, since our protons, they've got a positive charge, you would expect to send a repel. Because they've got a positive charge. But in actual fact, we nucleus, our protons, our repellant, they are bounded together. So there must be some other force that is actually bringing them together. Because Coulomb's law, we can say these are like charges. They must repel each other. Kodwa our repellant njengamanje asondelene aform nucleus. Yini ke le enza ukuthi abe binded? We say is known as the nuclear force. So the nuclear force, most of the times it is described as the strong nuclear force because it is stronger than the Coulomb's force. It is stronger than electrostatic force. So nanoma ama-protons repellana, but due to this strong nuclear force, enza pusher together. It pushes them together and it forms a nucleus. So please know these properties of a nuclear force is very important. A nuclear force, it is always an attractive force. It brings the objects closer to one another, and it also acts at very short distances. It only has an effect ama-charge, ama-particles wakho ama-protons asondelene. And also it is stronger than the Coulomb's force, and it doesn't depend on the charge nakhona. Because ngabe beyidependa ku-charge bewazorepellana. Angisho usho njalo uCoulomb's law, angisho ukuthi like charges they must repel. But the nuclear force athini, it must attract. So these are 4 of the properties that you can mention for nuclear force. I-Coulomb force yona, it acts at long ranges. Shuthi i-Coulomb's force iyakwazi uku-act if ama-charges they are separated by ama-distance amakhulu. But i-nuclear force isebenza only if ama-charges enjani asondelene. So this is the force that is responsible for ukwenza njani ukubringa together ama-nucleons. So in nuclear force, let's just further modify a statement set. In nuclear force, ihlanganisa ini? Ihlanganisa i-proton ne-proton. Ihlanganise i-neutron ne-neutron. And then it also binds ini i-proton ne-neutron. Because i-nucleus yakho njengoba sisho ukuthi is tightly packed. Ama-protons nama-neutrons are tightly packed. I-nuclear force iyakwazi ukuhlanganisa ama-neutrons awu-2. Iyakwazi ukuhlanganisa ama-protons awu-2. Noma iyakwazi ukuhlanganisa ini i-proton ne-neutron. Kuyabonakala lokho angisho. So the nuclear force is responsible for these 3 interactions, but all of them are attractive forces. Kuyezwakala? Ebuze kusamanje. So now let's look at yini esenza ukuthi sisho ukuthi i-nucleus is stable, because sometimes we've got this thing of nuclear stability. Yini esenza ukuthi sisho ukuthi i-nucleus is stable. So for a nucleus to be stable, it must have an equal number of protons and neutrons. So kumele kube naleyo balance. So a nucleus is stable, kumele kube nama-protons alinganayo nani nama-neutrons. Kuyezwakala lokho angisho. Asibukeni, if we consider this graph of neutron number versus atomic number, neutron number versus atomic number, this graph that they usually use, we can see most of the times ama-nucleus with a smaller atomic number, they are more stable than ama-nucleus with with a larger atomic number. So ama-nucleus with smaller number of protons and neutrons, they are more stable than those with larger numbers of protons and neutrons. And ngokwe-maths we can see this, we see as we increase the atomic number lana on the x-axis, what's happening here on the neutrons? Do you see ama-neutrons enza ayanyuka now? So if we are increasing more protons, then we are having more neutrons than the protons. So ama-nucleus that are heavy, they've got more neutrons than any ama-protons. But ama-nucleus that are light, angasindi, they've got an equal number of protons and neutrons. But with the stable tenacity, there must be an equality between ama-protons and ama-neutrons. For example, u-carbon-12 is stable because una 6 neutrons, 6 protons. That's why mass number iubani u-12. Is stable leyo nto. Ine-atomic number encane is somewhere here. So the line of stability esiyudwebayo, it is just a line indicating la number of neutrons elingana nobani, the number of protons. But you really see ukuthi if the atomic number yethu inyuka, the more nucleus yethu iba na more protons, because the atomic number is the number of protons angisho. So the more nucleus yethu iba na more protons, what happens? The number of neutrons ayaqala aba makhulu kunani, the number of protons. So ahlahle the heavy nuclei, they are not stable, but the lighter nuclei are more stable. Sayibona ngisho. But i-measurement noma what tells us ukuthi i-nucleus yethu kumele ibe stable, kumele ibe na equal number of protons and neutrons. Yezwakala lokho angisho. So mungaya ku periodic table yakho, you're gonna see ukuthi abo carbon nabo boron nabo bani, all of those ones, let's just say from atom number 1 to atom number 20, all of them, they are stable as one equal number of protons nani na equal number of neutrons. But once you pass atomic number 20, once you pass calcium, so yang transition metal and all of those other elements, then you're gonna find out there are more neutrons than the what? Than the protons. Now explain why the heavy nuclei must need more neutrons. Okay, as the explanation, it's in. So basically, as the number of protons increase, the strength of the Coulomb force also increase, which tends to break the nucleus. Alright. So indaba sithi thina ama heavy nuclei why lama nucleus anama protons amaningi? Why do they have more neutrons than the proton? It is because, first of all, the more sinyusama protons weight. Remember, I said they've got a Coulomb force between them, a force of bani repulsion. So the more you increase ama protons wako, meaning the atomic number yakho iyanyuka njani, then what happens? The Coulomb force is also big. Repellan. Nuclear binding force, nuclear force is pulling them together, but repellan. So do you see the nucleus is actually tearing apart? So to balance that charge, we need to add what? More neutrons. So that's why ama heavy nucleus and more neutrons than protons. It's because as you are increasing the number of protons, there will be a greater Coulomb force, there will be a greater repulsion, because it's ama protons, they are like charges, they must repel each other. But empeleni nucleus mele iwalethe ahlangane. Izinto ezingahlangani mase zihlanganiswe nuclear force, what will happen? They will keep on fighting with each other because the Coulomb force of repulsion. Siyazi electrostatics. Siyayizwa leyo nto ngisho. Yes, so please this graph know how to interpret it as well. And then let's consider again manje this other concept which is known as the nuclear binding energy. So we've talked about nuclear force. Siyazi umehluko phakathi kwe force ne energy ngisho. If force is a push or a pull, mungase upusha into noma uyayidonsa, you are applying a force to it, right? But when I'm talking about the energy, it's more like the ability to move something, noma the ability to do work in a sense. Energy, we can talk about light, we can talk about heat. So let's not confuse binding energy and nuclear force. Those are two different things. So asesiboneni-ke manje i-carbon-12 nucleus, I think we need to consider it. Sesike sayibona lapha from the table. In nucleus, the mass of the nucleus carbon is 12, exactly 12. So if we revert back to our slides, we will see ukuthi ngekathi sibuka i-charge ne-mass. U-carbon 12 nang, the carbon atom, this is the mass in kg, this is the mass in atomic mass units. And atomic mass units. So you can see that the mass here is what? Is 12.00000. The mass here and lena, the nucleus carbon. Kumbula values ama electrons, they've got smaller mass, so they will hardly contribute anything. So this is the mass of the nucleus kabani carbon. Sayibona ngisho. Base-ke asesibukelani. In-nucleus carbon, nangu carbon 12. This is the isotope that I'm writing. This is carbon 12. This is the nucleus. In lena, the mass number. This is the atomic number. Sayibona ngisho. So as shown here, how many protons do we have? How many positive charges do we have, Lan? 6. How many neutrons, the neutral charges do we have? 6 nakhona. Sayabona ngisho, because lawa awu-2 they must add up to the mass number, which is ubani? 12. Angisho. Asesibukeni-ke manje, what is the mass? What is the mass of one proton? The mass of one proton according to the table here is 1.007 7276 atomic mass unit. And then the mass of a neutron yona-ke ingakanani yona i-neutron mass is 1.008665 atomic mass unit. Angisho. So thina we are having a nucleus. Kumbula nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons. Angisho singakhohlwa lokho. The nucleus, the mass nucleus carbon, the mass of the nucleus carbon ingakanani yona u12.0000. But thina leyo mass yakhona is made up of protons and what? And neutrons. Aseke sizame uku-add ukuthi if we are having 6 protons and 6 neutrons and we add their masses, Sizomthola yini u12 because we must get ubani, we must get the mass of the what, of the nucleus. Asikwenze njengamanje. So if we say here we want to find the total mass of lama particles wethu, njengoba sina 6 protons 6 neutrons, masifuna ukuhlanganisa i-nucleus yethu asesihlanganiseni sibone sithola ba. I-total mass yethu lapho it will be how many protons do we have konje lana? Awu 6. And the mass of one proton iwubani? 1.00727. Omunye abafa ucalculator lapho. Plus how many neutrons do we have? 6. Angesho. The mass of the neutron 1.008665 angesho. 1.008665. Now atomic mass units. So what is the total mass that we find mass eta ama protons ekumele sibe nawo nama neutrons ekumele sibe nawo nucleus? 12.0956. Iyalingana yini ne actual mass of the nucleus? Is this equal to one another? Ishi, but it's not equal angesho. Yes. But umuntu uyaxaya ukuthi I'm sure uyaxaya na ukuthi kahle kahle njengamanje i-nucleus yethu ihlanganiswa ama protons nama neutrons 6 angesho. But i-mass esiyitholayo ka-carbon ilingana nobani? No-12 ngqo on the dot. Now, what is actually happening here? Why is it not equal? Because masihlanganisa thina 6 protons and 6 electrons ama masses wakhona, we're gonna get to 12.0956 U. But masibuka i-nucleus ye-carbon, the actual nucleus from experimental findings, it is 12 exactly. So do you see there is a difference? So masi-eda thina i-mass yalama particles lawa separately ayilingani ne-mass ye-nucleus, the real mass of the nucleus. So what actually happens there? So let's just assume ukuthi mhlambe i-nucleus yakho uyayiforma ne. Let's just assume that i-nucleus yakho uyayiforma. Just take another less dense example. Let's just say now ama neutrons wakho, and then now ama protons. So now ama neutrons and ama protons are 4, for example. It's just a example so that's so born. So lawa are 4. Let's just say ahlukene kanjeni. And then senza njani? Siyawahlanganisa to form a what? A nucleus. Nakho. So wahlanganiseni abe binded by nuclear force. So nakho ke are binded by nuclear force now. And then you see mhlambe the mass of each particle la is 1. For example, see this is 1 1 1 1. So masiwahlanganisa lana i-mass ase separate. I-mass yawo i-total ilingana nobani? No 4. Right? But uzwe kuthiwe wena the actual nucleus, it is actually having a mass of ubani 3.76. Yabo. So how do you explain it kahle kahle? Lezi zinto lezi lama subatomic particles ahlanganisa i-nucleus yethu. Masiwa eda separate i-mass yakhona u4. But the actual nucleus that is consisting them, noma that is made up of them, iubani iu3.76. Shuthi it means ukuthi kahle kahle there is some kind of mass that is what? That is lost. So that's where Einstein comes in. Athi nena, athi kahle kahle i-mass ne-energy, they are equivalent to one another. Uthini ke yena Mr. Albert Einstein? Uthi E is equals to mc squared. This is the formula, the famous formula. Le formula lena izama ukuthini? Ithi kahle kahle the mass that is lost, it is actually converted to energy. Shuthi kahle kahle i-mass energy. But only if it's multiplied by the speed of light squared. Shuthi yeah, i-mass energy. Wena ungaba i-energy ma ungahamba nge-speed of light squared. Ungaba i-energy completely. Ungabe umuntu ube i-energy. Yeah, that's the hypothesis that you are having here. You can be energy. So energy and mass, they're actually equivalent. So let's just assume sihlanganisa ama protons nama neutrons wethu kanjeni. Mawahlangana angeke ahlanganise lo 4 exactly njengoba awu 1111. Cha, ayohlangana but some of the mass will be what? Will be lost. Sayabo leyo nje ngisho. And that mass that is lost, it will be what? It will be energy. It will be converted to energy. So lo m lona ku E is equals to mc squared. This m here, it is what? This is the mass that is lost. ile mass le lost noma ile mass le elahlekile when we were forming our nucleus. We assume ukuthi siyayiform i-nucleus yethu. Sihlanganisa izinto ezithi 1 1 1 1 but the total yakhona ayilingani no4. Sayibona ngisho. So some of the mass has been lost and has been converted to energy. Yeah. Get serious. Get serious. So be careful with formulas again, manje. This is where the maths comes in. This formula, it measures energy in what? In joules. Ile formula le. It measures energy in joules. But here now we are still going to introduce mega electron volts. That's the one that we use in standard. Sazobona ukuthi how do we do the conversion. But just know this is the mass loss that we use. So let's just take an example and look at this one. That's 10. So say carbon, the actual mass of carbon is 12 atomic mass units. But when we combine the mass of 6 protons and 6 neutrons making up a carbon nucleus, as near as a greater mass. So there must be what? A difference in the mass. And the difference in the mass, that mass that has been lost during in nuclear formation. So Leo, so okay, but basically it's actually converted to energy. And to find the energy, what do you do? E is equals to mc squared. Should say it is the difference between these two masses. That's the first thing. Is the difference between these two masses. So you must find the difference. So you must try and find the difference between these two masses. Uthi mass ye nucleus yona ne mass yalama particles separately. What is the difference between them? In this case, this is 12.0956. 12.0956, right? And then minus the actual mass of carbon, it is 12.00. So what is the difference in mass lab? 0.0956 again. So this is the mass that has been lost. And Leo mass has been converted to what? To energy. So to calculate the energy that has been converted to, E is equals to mc squared. Whereby m weight, it is the difference in the mass, because angeke sithathe mass ka carbon sifake la ku m, sifaka I difference in the mass, which is the mass that has been lost and converted to energy. So the energy is equals to the mass 0.0956 atomic mass unit, and then times ubani times what is C? 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Squared. Yeah, there's a squared there. There's a squared. So if you find that that has to be equivalent, to what? To your, oh yeah, let's just fix this thing with units. Ne? Okay, this one measures mass in kgs. So for you not to have the controversy, yama units. For nuclear physics, never use kgs, right? Never use kgs. So let's modify the formula for your nuclear physics. Ungazi kg. So E is always equal to this change in mass, this mass, the difference in mass, right? Times ubani 931.5 mega electron volts. Okay, this is the your energy yakho unit ozoyisebenzisa ubani mega electron volts. So you just take the difference in the mass, you multiply it by ubani by 931.5. 931.5 kanje. So lana ke bakwenzela ukuthi izinto zibe simple. You don't have to substitute C, which is 3 times 10 to the power 8, because lo 931.5 lona, it has been actually calculated, including your C law. But the unit that has been used to bani mega electron volts. Should the answer yakho energy lapho uthola in what? In mega electron volts. Ngiyabonala ngisho. Yes. Don't worry about cancelling the units out nan because I will confuse you mangaqala ngithi over U la. But basically the U and this must cancel out MEV alone. But here let's just plug it in. If we see the difference in mass yalana 0.0956, times lo 931.5. Then you're gonna get your energy in mega electron volts. What is the energy lab? What is the energy? Ban? 05.4. 14. I see. 89.05 mega electron volts. So the energy esilokho siyibiza ngani le energy lena? It's known as the binding energy. So it's known as the binding energy. It's known as the nuclear binding energy. So the nuclear binding energy is the energy lena that is actually lost. That is coming from the mass lost. So masibuka lana 9 as indicated. So yeah, it's in the rest energy of the bound system, normal of the nucleus, is always less than the combined rest energy of the separated nucleons. Lento esanda kuyiprove ukuthi the actual mass ye-nucleus yethu injani incane kunale combination yani yalama nucleons separated. Sayabona leyo nto ngisho. So singasathuswa ke lesingisi. So na example izo pop up nje manje. Alright. For example, the nucleus of the deuterium ion, deuterium atom, which is isotope of hydrogen, it is called the deuteron. It consists of a proton and a neutron. Calculate the deuteron's binding energy in mega electron volts, given that its atomic mass, the mass of the deuterium nucleus plus an electron, is 2.014102 atomic mass units. Given that, asiboneni ukuthi how do we come up to this? So, what have we been told lan? They've told us that the mass of the nuclear, okay, nangu deuterium wakhona, something like this. This is deuterium. Hydrogen, the isotope of hydrogen, but with the mass number eubani ewu2. So we are having one proton, one neutron. Hydrogen or normal doesn't have any neutrons. Siyakwazi lokho nje abantu oyenza chemistry. Yes, the normal hydrogen doesn't have neutrons in it, but this one has one neutron. It's an isotope. So this is deuterium. So you have been given lana ukuthi the mass of deuterium nucleus plus an electron. The mass of any deuterium nucleus plus the electron is given by 2.014. So the atomic mass of this is given by 2.014102 atomic mass units. That's what one calculate the binding energy. The binding energy says it's just that energy that is lost as a result of mass. So how many protons do you have? How many neutrons do you have? That's why the formula is having here the mass of the protons plus the mass of the neutrons. Then you subtract the mass of the what? Of the deuterium. Because we know always the mass of the deuterium will be less than any the combined mass of protons and neutrons. So ungamangazwa formula lento besiyenza. In this case, you want to know how many protons? One proton, one neutron. Sayabona lento ngisho. The mass of one proton, 9. Mass of one neutron, 9. You combine them together. E1, which is only 1. So, minus the mass of the actual deuterium. Yeah. Ungamangazwa ilo plus an electron. An electron has got a negligible mass. You already know, you guys from chemistry, you know basically, most of the atom's mass, it is found in the nucleus. So, maskulanga atomic mass is almost the same thing as the nucleus mass because the electron doesn't play that much of a big role. When you find the difference in the energy, we substitute the formula. You put, this is the difference in the mass. You multiply by 931.5. There's no need for you to end up saying MC squared because they've already expressed it and they found this as the number as it's like. So this is known as any binding energy. There is another way also of calculating binding energy. So Einstein comes with another principle of calculating binding energy. Taking it from a conservation of energy, the binding energy is given by this expression. This is another way of finding the binding energy. But basically, it looks dense, it looks like it's scary. This is not scary, it's exactly what we did. Variables are now. This is the mass of the what? Of the protons. This is the mass of the neutrons times the number of the neutrons. This is minus the mass of the atom times 131.5. Still the same formula. So umuntu mangabona formula kanje nangamangani. Mawubona lo MH ungamangali, hydrogen is more like the proton. The hydrogen proton. It's the same thing as the mass of a proton. Kahle mawubona ngathi izokudida le formula leni, belusebenzise leya engishi. It's the same thing kahle. You are adding, you calculate to see what is the number of protons times the mass of the protons. Angishi. Plus what is the number of neutrons times the mass of the neutrons. Minus the mass of the actual nucleus. Lento esiyenzile. So ningaze nimangale. Siyabona leyo nto angisho. So here's an exercise. We're just gonna pick one, no matter two problems. Only one. And they'll say is enough to practice. Try to do these problems by Monday. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm a new lecturer. Monday nifike ne class nayo lento le nokulofa. Fike ne class ngima LC. Calculate the binding energy per nucleon of let's just take for example Fe56. Calculate the binding energy of Fe56. So you must have an appendix. I didn't paste it here, but bazokunikeza the information yonke oyidingayo. You must have an appendix lan. So when they set amaphepha lapha, don't worry, you'll be given in the statement the information. The table is just all cream. But see, as still 7 cents to solve the problem that we have. We are having ion, Fe angisho. Where is ion? Ion atom number 56. Atom number one. Atom number one ion gonje. 56 is the mass number. 26. Yes, atom number 26. Yes. 9. Now cool. So siyabona nangu ion lan. 9 element it is ion. The atomic number is 26. This is the symbol. This is the atomic mass unit. This is the mass number, which is 56. And then this is the atomic mass. This is percent abundance. But when what you want most of the times, you just want a chemical atomic mass units. Normal atomic mass unit. These are closely related. But it's only different with only 0.000001. So it's not that much of a difference. So na imesi yani, na imesi yalutunjani. Imesi kabani ya Fe. You have the mass of Fe. That's the mass of the actual nucleus. So you know this is the mass of the nucleus here, the mass of the atom. It is given by 54.938. So this is 54.938049. And you know the atomic number of Fe. Atomic number awushintshi, it's always 26. Atomic number is the one that defines the identity of that particular element. Then again, with 26 lapaya, you calculate what is the neutron number, what is the number of neutrons lan. Zoyithola kanjani? Zot 56 angisho minus bani 26, because you have to 26 plus the number of neutrons must give you ban 56. So you ban lapho 8. So we're having 80 neutrons. And then the number of protons is the atomic number ngisho. So awungama protons, 26 protons. and they want the nuclear binding energy. But laba say per nucleon, but asitholeni binding energy in general kuqala. Okay, binding energy sesithola kanjani? Yini esiqala siyitholelani? What do we first find? The difference in the mass. Okay, so you find the difference in the mass. La uhlanganisa khona the mass of the protons plus the mass of the what? Of the neutrons. Angisho. And then this is minus the mass of the actual atom, noma the mass of the nucleus, the real mass yayo. Bese asishoni ke, how many protons do we have lan? We've got 26 protons angisho. So this is 26 into the mass of single proton ubani? Angisho. And then plus how many neutrons? 8. Sayibona ngisho. And then the mass of a neutron? 8665 angisho. Now, so 26 times the mass yama protons, 30 times mass yama neutrons, minus the actual mass yakhe uFe ubani u54.938049. Whatever that you find the exwa difference in the what? In the mass. Omunye asabe calculates, and after that, to find the binding energy, we take that difference in the mass, we multiply it to ubani times 91.5. Then energy yakho, binding energy yakho must be in mega electron volts. Uthini delta M lapho? But it's a matter of substitution since those tholela vele. Ban 1.51 10. So this is 1.51 times 931.5. And then that will give you the binding energy of ion. Ion, Fe26. That's the only isotope of the ion, by the way, looks like. So what is 1.51 times 931.5? 1,207. Paranpe. 407, okay. It must be in mega electron volts. Must be in mega electron volts. In the calculator, any binding energy. But here the question, it's in, let's read it again. To calculate the binding energy per nucleon. Now ke manje sufaka imethe yakho ke manje lapha. Uphe usho ukuthini konje? Divide, yes. Uphe means divide. So that's why calculate the binding energy per nucleon. Which is divided by the what? By the number of nucleons just now. Now how many nucleons ke lapha ku Fe wethu? How many nucleons do we have? Ama nucleons njalo. Nama nucleons awungaki la? Nucleons, yeah. How 56. A number of nucleons is the mass number. It total ama protons and neutrons there. Ama nucleons, ama protons and neutrons together. So, base per nucleon. So, choose it divided by nucleon. So, therefore, binding energy per nucleon, you must just take the total binding energy of 1407 mega electron volts divided by 1 divided by 56 nucleons. Then you're gonna find it. The binding energy will be in mega electron volts. Yabonakala lokho ngisho. So the binding energy, it is just that energy esitholayo from the mass that is lost when we form a nucleus. Yezwakala. Khona lahlekile. Singalahleki bantu. Alright. Let's go back to one thing ebesisakhuluma ngayo. Now we wanna expand on it. We had said ukuthi thina yini ngama heavy nuclei noma the nucleuses that are heavy noma the nucleuses that are having more protons enama protons amaningi. Kahle from atom number 20 ukuya len Sithe yini ngawo kahle kahle, what happens with them? Sithe they've got more neutrons than protons, angisho. Sathini, they are unstable. Sithe lawa are stable, ilawa mancane, from atom number 1 to atom number 20. That's from hydrogen to calcium. Those nuclei, they are what? They are stable because they have an equal number of protons and neutrons. Once what you look calcium, you go that other way until atom number 118. All of them, they've got relatively unstable nuclei. So, in nucleus, njengoba ingekho stable, izozama uzenza ukuthi ibe stable. So the nucleus always tries to do what? To make itself stable. Shuthi kahle kahle abo carbon nabo nitrogen asikho izinto sokuthi baze babe stable because ba stable vele already. But in nucleus in some way it always tries to make itself more stable. So just recall here, you have nuclei, say they are unstable, they've got more neutrons than protons. So to gain their stability, they undergo into esibiza ngani radioactive decay. So our nucleus, they undergo something that is known as radioactive decay. So good radioactive decay in nucleus, it is decaying, literally decaying. So in nucleus is decaying. So we have got it decaying in nucleus iyashintsha, but it releases some form of radiation. Normal, it releases some form of a light. Irradiation, most of the times, we're talking about light, normal waves, basically. So, radioactivity in general is just that process, that spontaneous emission of radiation. So, in nucleus, it was decay because it's trying to be what? To be more stable. Says she launches away stable, nucleus, lower heavy, lower cinder. So, automatically, the nucleus tries to stabilize itself. Spontaneously, you don't need to do any chemical processes. So there are three types of decays that we have, three types of radioactive decay. So we have got the alpha decay, beta decay, and gamma decay. Alpha decay, beta decay, gamma decay. Sithethina if in nucleus it decay, it emits noma iyakhipha radiation ethile. Sazobona leyo radiation iyini noma why is it even important? We've got alpha decay whereby there's an emission of alpha particles. Sazobona yini ama alpha particles. We're still going to be detailed on that. So alpha decay, in nucleus yakho iya decay by emitting any ama alpha particles into the atmosphere. With beta decay, sina two types nakhona, beta plus no beta minus. I-emita ama electrons noma ama positron. Sazobona yini lokho nakhona. Bese ku gamma decay, i-nucleus yakho as it decays, emita ini ama gamma rays. So these are the three types of decays. Alpha decay emits alpha particles. And then beta decay, it can emit electron, noma positron. Bese gamma decay emita ini ama gamma rays. So it's all about now knowing what is that in the first place. Looking to each detail, starting with alpha decay. Alpha decay in nucleus emits an alpha particle. What is an alpha particle? The alpha particle is just a helium nucleus. The alpha particle is the what? The helium nucleus. The helium nucleus helium nucleus has got how many protons, how many neutrons? 2 protons, 2 neutrons. The mass number yakho ubani? 4. So using the notation here to represent in nucleus. This is the helium nucleus. It's He bese kubhalwe 2 lana phezulu kubhalwe ubani? 4. This helium nucleus singasayibizi nge-helium nucleus, sibize ngani? Alpha particle. So during alpha decay, in nucleus yakho as it decays noma as it tries to become stable, ikhipha ini ama helium nuclei, ama alpha particles. Oh, konje ngisesingasasho. Alright, ikhipha ini ama alpha particles. Yes. So, a alpha particle, bugalan, in how many protons? 2 protons. How many neutrons? 2 neutrons. Shuthi masithi thina i-element, i-nucleus, ikhipha 2 protons, 2 neutrons. Shuthi masikhipha i-alpha particle, it is actually losing how many? 2 protons, 2 neutrons. Because obviously, angeke sikwazi ukukhanda phela u-alpha particles singenawo lawo ma-protons awu-2 nama-neutrons awu-2. So when we say we are having a nucleus that is going through alpha decay, it will lose 2 protons, 2 neutrons. Leo 2 neutrons, 2 protons, ibiza ngani? Alpha particle, which is just an He, helium. So we start with a parent nucleus. A parent nucleus, ile nucleus yakho unstable, that will undergo any alpha decay. In nucleus injani, unstable, it will undergo alpha decay. We say it's known as any parent nucleus. Mayiqeda ukulahlelwa ama protons awu2. Buka la, this is the protons number noma the atomic number which is uZ angisho. Buka ke izoproducer a new one with ubani uZ -2. Why sithe -2 kulo Z? It's because it's losing 2 protons. Kumlani sithe atomic number is the number of protons. So when it's emitting the alpha particle, ilahlekelwa ama protons awungaki awu2. I-mass number izoyehla ngobani ngo4, because it's also experiencing a loss of ama neutrons now awu2, so it's 4 in total. Then it's also going to emit what? An alpha particle. So there must always be a helium ngalen to show that this is alpha decay. And bukale, this is known as the daughter nucleus. The daughter nucleus ile produce when we now lose. Choose mhlambe we had 5 protons and 10 neutrons. We lose 2. So sala 3 protons and 8 neutrons. Sayabona lahleka nga 2. So basically this is the daughter nucleus that you hear. But ke ngitheni mina ngeatomic number, ibaleke ngani atomic number? It actually gives you the identity of the what? Of the atom onayo. Because the atomic number iyona esenza ukuthi sibone bafethu ukuthi this is helium, this is a hydrogen. Sibona ngani? Ngeatomic number. I-mass number ingahluka yona njengakuma isotope. Ucarbon ungabona phezulu kubhalwe carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14. I-mass number zoyithola it can be different. It doesn't matter that one. But the atomic number iyona actually the identity of a particle. It retains the identity of a particle. So masithi thina during alpha decay we are losing 2 protons. It means the atomic number izoyehla ngobani? Ngo2. Because the atomic number is the number of protons basically. And once ingehla atomic number, is it still going to be the same nucleus? No, it changes. That's why lana you can see this was X, but now so Y. So during alpha decay, we always produce a new nucleus. Just as an element can change into another element through decay. Unitrogen angashintsha abe ucarbon. Ucarbon ashintsha abe unitrogen. Asiboneke, this is uranium. Uranium ukena is the most radioactive. Most radioactive. Uno 92 lana, siyabona 92 la. This is the what? The atomic number. If uranium undergoes alpha decay, what will happen? It will emit an alpha particle, 9. Choose it's losing 2 protons, right? And then this is the mass number, helium, which is 4, right? So what will happen to the mass number? It was 238, but izoyehla ngobani? Ngo4. Because we've lost 4 nucleons in total. 2 protons, 2 neutrons angisho. That's why lana it forms now UTH. Buku TH, this was 92. This is now 90. It means we have lost 2. So when you add these up, you must get back here. When you add these up, you must get back to the original. So basically, this is now 90. Akusafani atomic number, so this is no longer the same nucleus. This was uranium. This is now known as ubani, thorium. So a nucleus can change into another nucleus through alpha decay. The alpha decay kuphela ezoyenza ukuthi nucleus ishintshe, like the symbol lana ishintshe mhlawumbe from U to TH, from RA to RN. This is radium. I think this is the randon. Radium has got 88 atomic number, the number of protons. When it undergoes alpha decay, it means it's emitting ubani, an alpha particle, a helium nucleus. So it's losing 2 protons, and in total, it's losing 4 nucleons. When we balance out the thing, let's just say about out on your own. This is 88. This is losing 2. Should say this must be what? This must be 86. Do you see what now? This is no longer the same atomic number. This is no longer the same atom. This is no longer the same nucleus. Radium is now changed to radon. This was 226. Iyehla ngobani mass number ku alpha decay ngo 4 is now 222. Themba kuyabonakala lokho. So this type of decay is known as spontaneous decay. The alpha decay is the only spontaneous decay esinayo. Why do you say it's known as a spontaneous decay? It just simply means that the nucleus is changing into another nucleus. Because this was uranium, is now thorium. So after decaying, it changes completely. Why is that? It's because the atomic number. We have changed the number of protons. Once we change the number of protons, vele sishintshile element yabo. Sayabona leyo nto angisho. This is known as alpha decay. So alpha decay, furthermore, during alpha decay, energy must be conserved. That must be the thing. Energy must be conserved. Choose the energy initially and the energy finally must be the same. So it happens during its decay, there is some energy that is released. Just whenever we are having a nucleus that is decaying, that is undergoing alpha decay, it releases alpha particles, but at the same time, it's also releasing any kinetic energy. But leyo kinetic energy, singayibizi kinetic energy, sibiza ngani disintegration energy, which is the Q value. Disintegration energy. Ezwakala leyo nto angisho. Q value is the energy that is released during alpha decay. Q value is known as the disintegration energy. It is still going to help us figure out whether this is an endothermic or an exothermic reaction, because Q naye can determine that, but sazokubuka lokho. So to find the Q value is still the same strategy. Lento le isafana ne-binding energy. Still the same trick. Still the same trick. Ubona kanjani-ke uthi is still the same trick. Let's consider this as the parent nucleus, or X. This as the daughter nucleus. This as the alpha particle, which is helium. So to be able to find its disintegration energy, you're just gonna say the mass of a parent nucleus minus the mass of daughter nucleus minus the mass yani alpha particle. Bese ufaka u-c squared ngaphandle. But i-result ozoyithola lana, this is going to be in joules, the energy yakho. It's going to be in joules. Try to avoid this one and take this one. This one is in what? In mega electron volts. Obviously, because we are now multiplying with this fact. Sayibona isafana lento le binding energy. Still the same concept. But now things have twisted a bit to say, now the mass of the parent nucleus is bigger than the mass of the what? Of the daughter nucleus. Sakubona lokho ngisho. Because obviously, into eqale ine mass number ewubani, for example, uranium, uqale une mass number 238. But after decaying, it became thorium, and now having a mass number of 234. So this one is less heavier, it's less massive. That's why we say the mass of the parent nucleus minus the mass of the daughter nucleus minus the mass of the alpha particle times 931.5 mega electron volts. So i-energy ezoyithola lapho sibiza ngani? Nge-disintegration energy. Disintegration energy. Yabonakala lokho angisho. Yebo. U-C. Okay, U-C is the speed of light to 3 times 10 to the power 8. I-value yakhe. Speed of light. But please avoid using le no-C phakathi, because le no-C, it will give your answer in joules. Not that it's bad having your answer in joules, but the standard units that we use lana for nuclear physics is mega electron volts. Yeah, mega electron volts. Asho siyakwazi uconvert nje from electron volts to joules. You must be able to do that from electrostatic, electric potential. 1 electron volt is 1.6 times 10 to the power negative 19. But so like electrostatics there, it's not needed here, by the way. Here, just use mega electron volts. So we get disintegration energy. Please don't use this one. Use this one. Now, finding energy, don't use E is equals to mc squared, the Einstein one. Use this one, ono 931.494. So that is the alpha decay. Do we get it? We have beta decay. I-beta decay yona-ke ihlukene kawu-2. So i-beta decay sithe it is releasing beta particles. And if ama-beta particles, we're talking about an electron or a positron. So it's either releasing an electron or a positron. So sine beta minus decay, so no beta plus decay. So this has been a mistake when I was writing this probably. This is beta minus decay, this is beta plus decay. Beta minus, beta plus decay. So yiphi esiyithathayo makunjani? Kuyasiqala siwabone. U-beta minus decay, basically i-neutron iyashintsha into a what? Into a proton and an electron. Then u-beta plus, u-plus lana, u-beta plus, i-proton iyashintsha into a what? Into a neutron and positron. But sazokubuka. Why does that even happen in the first place? Sithenthini, in nucleus, to be stable, it must have the what? Same number of protons and same number of neutrons. Let's take an example. Buku carbon. What is the atomic number lana? 6, number of protons. What is the mass number? 14. What is the number of neutrons lana? 8. What's wrong with this thing? Is it stable? No, it's not stable. Not stable. U-carbon unstable, no, the one that is most abundant, it is the carbon having ubani u-12 phezulu. Sayabona ngisho. So this one has to decay. It has to decay. Sayabona ngisho. It has to decay so that it can be more stable. So here what do we notice? We have got more neutrons than any ama-protons. So yini ekumele siyilahle lana? Ama-neutron. Sayabona leyo nto ngisho. We have more neutrons than what? Than protons. Because here we have 6 neutrons, 6 protons njalo, 8 neutrons. Sayabona ngisho leyo nto. So kumele silahle ini? I-neutron. I-neutron, when it is being when this is undergoing i-beta minus decay, basically i-neutron yenza njani? Iyashintsha i-neutron. Iba yini? Iba yi-proton, iphinde ibe yi-electron. Khumbule phela i-neutron is actually neutrally charged. U-neutral charge singamthola nokwenza njani? Nokuhlanganisa u-positive nobani? No-negative. Siyakwazi lokho angisho. Positive no-negative gives us u-neutral charge. So here we are having a neutron. So a neutron has a potential of forming a proton and an electron. Because vele into e-neutral ingaba ne-combination yalawo 2. So sichitha i-neutron eyi-1 ku-beta minus decay. Because there are more neutrons than what? Than protons. So siyochitha ini? I-neutron eyi-1. Leyo neutron ishintsha ibe yini? Ibe yi-proton and an electron. So what will we have now? If one neutron is changing lana, sizogaina i-proton eyi-1. Sigaine nani? Ne-electron eyi-1. Sayabona ngisho. And masigaina i-proton, i-atomic number kuzoyenzakalani kuyo? Izonyuka. Because khumbula i-atomic number is the number of protons. So here at first we had 6 ama-protons. But because sichithe ilothu njani? I-neutron eyi-1 yasikhandelela enye i-proton. Now we're having ubani? 7 ama-protons. So the atomic number is increased by 1. Does the mass number, is the mass number affected? No, not affected. The mass number won't be affected. If you count the number of protons and neutrons nakhona, isazofana. Why is it isazofana? Le nto le is still within the nucleus. Khumbula ukuthi i-neutron esiyichithile ikhande ini? Ikhande i-proton. And it's still part of the nucleus. So when we are counting everything that is within the nucleus, still going to give us the same number of nucleons. So ama-nucleons in total azolingana. But now do you see now we have a 7, now we have a 14. So 7 protons, 7 neutrons. Is this stable enough? Yes. So this is stable, it cannot decay anymore. But khumbula say i-proton yethu ishintsha into 2 things, right? Into an electron and a proton. Should say there must be an electron that is released. So this is our beta particle. Sibiza ngani? Ne beta particle. Because it's a particle that is released during beta minus decay. So with beta minus decay, we are releasing an electron. But in mechanism yakhona ichaza kanjani? I-neutron, sichitha i-neutron eyi-1. Okay, siqale la, i-beta minus decay, sisebenzisa kanjani? when you have got more neutrons than protons. So we need to decrease the number of neutrons. So a neutron A1 izoshintsha ibe yini? Ibe yi-proton, nani? Ne-electron. I-proton isale phakathi within the nucleus so that the mass number doesn't change. But the electron is pushed out, yakhafulwa, out of the nucleus because an electron doesn't stay within the nucleus. But this is the general form. Siyabona ukuthi now atomic number yethu inyuka nobani? No 1. And once atomic number yanyuka, do you see it changes the symbol? Khumbulani, atomic number is the one telling you the what? The identity of the particle. So the moment uzo affect nje atomic number, then it's gonna change it to another new thing. Just like here, this was carbon because no 6. This is nitrogen, now signal 7. Mungabuku 7 periodic table, it represents nitrogen. Yabona lo kanyisho. Do you see beta minus decay? You release an electron, but this is the mechanism. Uyenza manjani when you've got more protons, more neutrons than protons. Yabona lo kanyisho. Then we've got beta plus decay. Beta plus decay siba nayo ke if we've got more protons than neutrons. Yes, I yashintsha manje ngisho. More protons than neutrons. Bukalani, this is nitrogen. We're having 7 protons here. We're having a mass number 12. What is the number of neutrons, Lan? What is the number of neutrons? 5. Because it's 12 minus 7 angisho. So we're having 5 neutrons, 7 protons. So there are more protons than what? Than neutrons. Yini kumele sichitheke la njengoba ku ending kakhulu proton. So i-proton A1 siyayichitha. Manje siyichitha ishintsha iba yini? Iba yi-neutron ne-positron. Iba yi-neutron, i-neutron siyazi vele. I-positron iyini yona? I-positron is identical to an electron, but is positively charged. So there is a particle that is like an electron, but is positively charged. Same mass as an electron, same features as an electron, but it is positively charged. So a positron leyo. So bhala E onobani, ono plus phezulu to show that this is an electron that is positively charged, known as a positron. Siyabona leyo nto angisho. I-positron sithola kubani? Ku-beta plus decay. Let's revisit it. Sitheni? Beta plus decay, we do it when we have got a greater number of protons than neutrons, right? So kumele senze njani? Sikhiphe ini? Proton A1. Proton A1 ishintshe ibe yini? I-neutron ne-positron. I-neutron izohlala phakathi kwe-nucleus, so the mass number won't be affected at all. It's not like i-proton siyayikhipha like siyayichitha phandle. Cha. It's within the nucleus. So the moment it changes into a neutron will still contribute to the mass number. So there is no change in the mass number. But the atomic number is changing. Because we had 7 protons. The moment the proton A1 is oshinja, I should say now we're having a decrease, -1. This is Z -1. Now the element changes. This is now more stable because it's having the same number, equal now. So this is general. Okay, let's say this is basic. This is a basic way of beta plus and beta minus decay. But experimentally, in actual fact, it has been found, it has been discovered that energy is not actually blending, it's not actually equal on both sides. Scientists, when they did beta decay, they found out that the energy of what we're having on the right hand side is not equal to what we're having on the left hand side. So uPauli wathini yena? Wathi, I think ukuthi there is a third particle that is also involved. Wayiletha yaba khona. I-neutrino ke leyo. So i-beta decay le esiyenzile leya, it was an incomplete way. That was just a basic idea. We're now bringing a general idea ke manje. The general idea says what? There is actually another third particle during a beta decay. There is always a what? A third particle. And that particle is known as a what? A neutrino. During a beta decay. A neutrino has got the following properties. You need to know them. 0 electric charge. A neutrino ayinayo charge. It is not charged. It's not a charged particle. It's a neutral particle. Number 2, it is very small. It has a very small mass. Almost smaller than, I think it's smaller than an electron. That is the particle that is carrying the extra energy. And then its spin quantum number is 1/2. And then its angular momentum is conserved. These are, I think you know this concept from atomic physics. Spin quantum number is 1/2, so it's kind of spinning up, and it's having an angular momentum that is conserved. And the other thing, it interacts very weakly with matter. I affect that much in matter, like the matter. If you take a neutrino and you put it to a substance, it won't do anything, unlike a neutron and a proton. So in neutrino, njengoba ikhona i-neutrino, should there must be an antiparticle, no matter there must be an opposite of a neutrino, known as a what? An antineutrino. So beta minus decay, it releases a what? An antineutrino. Beta plus decay, it releases a what? A neutrino. The neutrino le ibuyaphi lena? It is just a third particle. These are just all these things are not really like realistic as much as we model them. These are just models for you to kind of have an idea. But lento le bazama ukuchaza nje uthi, why is the extra energy? Where is the energy? Because it's not equal on both sides of the decay. The scientists found out uthi le beta decay abayenzayo lena is not really the way it seems like. Uthi vele carbon will just decay, or carbon 14 will decay into a stable nucleus of nitrogen. But they found out that there's extra energy that is released. Or there's extra energy. It wasn't really released per se. And then Leo energy to account for it, but there must be another particle that is known as a neutrino. And Leo neutrino has got 4 properties that I've indicated, Lana. And then again, what else? Each and every beta minus decay in an antineutrino is just an opposite of a neutrino, like an antiparticle of a neutrino. And then each beta plus decay in a neutrino. So this one is the complete expression. The one layer is incomplete because I know energy part. It doesn't have this here neutrino particle. So just to summarize your decay here, this was your carbon 14-6. This is a beta minus decay. During a beta minus decay, you want a proton. Let's see. All right, a neutron will change into what? Into an electron and a proton, right? And then we'll release a what? An anti-neutrino. This is beta minus decay, anti-neutrino. If you're having beta plus decay, what changes lana? A proton. It changes into a what? Into a neutrino and a positron, as well as a proton as well. Okay, as quoted on neutrino for now. It changes into a positron and a what? And a neutron. Basically, the energy, the extra energy is released in form of what? A neutrino. Lento lena is very important. Please understand it. Physics majors. If you want to further do honors in nuclear physics, you corner like corner is applied. Normally you can go to other varsities, but basically there is. So this is just a full expression showing you carbon 14 wako, it now decays to this, including the antineutrino and including the what? The neutrino. Yes. So that's beta decay. What is the last decay now? Gamma decay. Gamma decay usually it when you are having radioactivity, if siba alpha decay, normal beta decay, in nucleus yakho iba excited. In nucleus yakho iba excited. In physics terms, what does excited mean? What? Higher energy. Yes. After radioactive decay, in most cases, in nucleus yakho, it has got high energy. Normal it is excited. But again, into excited, it is not in a stable state. So it must do what? It must go back to the ground state. So it must decrease. So in the energy cool. So yes, because everything, we know that everything is spontaneous like you move from higher energy to lower energy. Yes, it's a reality. Nothing stays at higher energy. Even a human being, nothing stays at higher energy. So with gamma decay, we are having a nucleus, right? With gamma decay, we are having a nucleus. And that nucleus undergoes it undergoes, let's just say nucleus yakho isanda kwenzeka i-alpha decay noma i-beta decay. I-nucleus yakho isale njani? I-excited. How do you represent that? We represent this using an asterisk. Siyabona ngisho le stalo. So lo stalo usitshela ukuthi i-nucleus yakho njani? I-excited. Ngezwakala lokho ngisho. We start tells you that the nucleus is excited, and this usually happens after sekwenzeke mhlambe alpha decay noma beta decay. Iba excited. So gamma decay is when the nucleus is decaying back to the ground state. Noma if the energy nucleus is iphelayo, noma when the nucleus is moving from higher energy level to lower energy level. Sayabona leyo nto ngisho. Ibizwa ngani leyo? Ngegamma decay. Gamma decay now nucleus yakho. Do you see what here we are not changing any numbers here? The mass number and the proton number is not changing. And there's a what? A star to tell us that is what? Excited. And then iyashintsha kanjani? Akusekho star. You see ijani? Ayisekho excited. It's now in the ground state. Noma is the stable, noma the stationary state. But in return it releases any gamma rays. This is known as a what? A gamma ray. Gamma ray, they are very dangerous. Very dangerous. If it happens with the nucleus excited, it's not really because it's something that is nanoscopic, very small. If the nucleus it decays, it's able to emit radiation. It was pierce through the wall. So that's how serious gamma decay is. So when you are doing nuclear physics, maybe you want to do because this can be used to generate electricity. Energy you use it to generate any electricity. That is actually what powers our nuclear power stations. Actually, I need to talk about nuclear power station. Yes, a nuclear power station it generates electricity using nuclear reactions such as the fission. But these ones, they are very dangerous. Okay, gamma rays are highly energetic photons. Usually they are particles of light that are very energetic, very dangerous. They are able to pierce through concrete. They are able to just pierce through energy. That is so whenever you are handling such decays, you must confine them in a strong material. That's why nuclear is very dangerous. It can definitely kill you. Many people have died from this nuclear damage. So let's consider the nucleus of boron. For example, this is boron. Boron is going to decay. This is boron B and H having 5, having 12. This is 5, this is 12. This is 5 protons. How many neutrons do we have then? 7 neutrons. Is this okay? No. So there are more neutrons than what? Than protons. What must happen in imagine? Beta minus decay. You see, a neutron must change into a proton and an electron. So we must release an electron. And also, accounting for the energy, we must have an antineutrino. So, my decay, beta minus decay, stand against Uporon decay, it forms carbon. Carbon nucleus is stable. But Maxanda when the decays, it's nucleus is what? Excited. So carbon excited. So this is beta minus decay. So this is resulting in an excited nucleus. So the excited nucleus is now to do what? To decay back to the ground state through a gamma decay. Now excited nucleus star it will decay into what? Into a normal carbon. But it will release any gamma ray. Gamma rays. Labo action lose. The number of protons and neutrons remains the same. It's just the state of the nucleus that is changing. Are we hearing this? Alright. Where's the questions? Is it minus where? What's in numbers? Start. Or level or beta minus decay angiosity hlezi kulizeka ini i-anti-neutrine angisho. Yes, if full expression yangempela you must always have this anti-neutrine. So le esiqale ngayo leya, it was just giving you a basic idea ukuthi during the gamma decay we are releasing during the beta decay njani we are releasing this electron as the beta particle. But now we've further developed the understanding is whenever uzobhala i-gamma decay kumele uyibhale i-anti-neutrino nani ne-neutrino mawusikhona. Uzona kansi? Okay, so beta minus decay uhambisana no-anti-neutrino, right? Ubona kanjani ukuthi ubuza usibona kanjani ukuthi kumele senze beta minus? Oh, okay. So sasho futhi beta plus, just no beta plus. Okhipha i-positron angisho. So no beta minus okhipha ini? I-electron angisho. Lo beta minus okhipha i-electron kumele uhambe nani? Ne-anti-neutrino. Yilo V lo onani? Onali phezulu, onalo line. Bese ke lo beta plus lo khipha u-E ono plus phezulu leya oyi-positron. Kumele kube ubani? U-V ongenalo phezulu. So lo yavi ongenalo phezulu u-neutrino esu-V onalo line u-anti-neutrino. Yaqaqa. Alright. So this is a gamma decay. So lots of questions for you guys to do. This is part of what you need to do. All of these are questions. For example, you guys can do them. You just need to define this to do sense. For example, radium 226, it undergoes alpha decay. You must know how to write the full reaction in alpha decay. Kumbulani full reaction in alpha decay must have any alpha particle in the product which is helium. And then what else? Here they wanted you to calculate in EQ value. EQ value sithe usebenzisa i-mass ye-parent nucleus minus i-mass ye-daughter nucleus minus i-mass ye-alpha particle times 931.5. Define alpha, beta, and gamma decay. Know how to define this. State 4 properties of a neutrino. Know how to state them as well. Find the energy released in alpha decay. If you are given these as the masses, this is still energy released during alpha decay. Disintegration energy. Yes, it is the Q value. That is the disintegration energy. Then identify the missing nuclei. Let's just try to do Leonard's bonus. Are we getting this thing in decay? Identify the missing nuclei. Identify which nucleus is missing. If you are given X and then you are given Ni, you are given Ni 28, 65 plus gamma. Now, identify X. Identify the missing particle. In this case, the missing is X. What is going to be X? Identify X. So what? In short, part. No more phone. Identify X. Okay, Askalila, what type of decay is this? Gamma decay again. Sibona ngani release of a gamma particle. So it means what? It means we'll see what must be the initial nucleus. Does this change during gamma decay? So we must still have Ni with 28 and 65. But what is the difference? There must be a what? An asterisk. You might start to show that this was the excited nucleus. Simple stuff again. I identify this one. If you're having UPO here, I think this is as polonium. This is 84. This is 215. is creating X plus alpha. Alright, now number 2 is PO creating 84. There will be 84. Okay, we're 84, 215. Identify X. Ask what type of decay is this? Alpha decay range. Sibona alpha particle. Abasabhalanga phela u-He lo nobani bani. But you must know when you see an alpha particle, it represents ubani? U-helium nucleus. Siyabona ngisho. So X wethu ke, if we're gonna write it, what are we gonna find? What's gonna be our X? Oh, okay. Askale la number lawana. What must be the number 82 again. Why is it njani? Let's just replace this with He24. Why is it available 82 number a pass lapha? This is 84, and there's no 2 again. So the missing one must be what? 82. So we've lost 2 from 84. And then how much must we lose during alpha decay? We must lose 4 and issue for 215. 215 minus 4, what do we get? 211 peso. So we must have 211. Then you just need the symbol of the particular atom of this nucleus. So what is the symbol for the nucleus? You must have a periodic table. A periodic table yakho mhlobo uzogcina into ekanjani yahlathi iphi number ezokulekelela la. 82 angisho atomic number. Ungacingi mass number nanda. 82 is important. So kindly just search atom number 82. PP again. Now, so from PO to PP, alpha decay. 7 again. It's a type of spontaneous decay because we are changing the nucleus. Then let's do the last one. We're having CD having 48 and having 209. Having 48 and 109 phezulu bese ke plus x giving us AG silver having 47 and 109 47 and 109 plus V. Identify X. Start with the type of decay. What type of decay is happening like? Beta plus. Sibona ngani so beta plus? Neutrino angisho. Beta plus decay. We are finding a neutrino. So what must be X? It's a mind break. What must be X for us to have a neutrino released? If you run a stress about the neutrino part, just count and try to balance the equation. Simple thing. As balance the equation, X as spoken, this is 48 angisho. No 47. What must be the missing thing here for us to have 47 ngalena ekubeni last no 48? Just to math nje. We have 48, we have 47. What must be here so that 48 plus log must be 47? -1, right? We have 109, we have 109. What must be missing here so that A must be 0? There's no difference angisho. So which particle has got -1 is the atomic number? It's an electron. Is the -1 is the electron. So here this is a type of we call this electron capture. is it? Is this the electron capture concept? But when a nucleus is able to capture an electron, like electron yakwazi ungena ku-nucleus, because this is a nucleus angisho, this is an electron sesitholile lokho. So a nucleus is able to capture an electron. A nucleus is able to capture an electron. I don't know if it's the same concept, but it must be around around those lines. Think around those lines. What else? Complete the following decay processes by adding decay radiation. Lana sovele sisho singasabhali okuningi. Having carbon 611 giving boron 511, what is the missing? Okay, so vela manje. Carbon 611, boron 511, what is the released? What is the missing decay radiation? What happened to the atomic number? Decreased by 1. We have lost a proton, so there were more protons than neutrons, so we have lost a proton. When do we lose a proton, God? In which decay do we lose a proton? It's about. It's about. It's a plus, right? Check again. Okay, I spread the sample manje. Beta plus angisho. Just confirm there. Beta plus, we know what's in it. We are losing a proton. Z minus 1 beta plus. Like atomic number decreases by 1. But what is the beta particle AC release I want during the beta plus decay? The beta particle, the radiation, not the extra one, not the beta particle. It's a positron. That's the beta particle. Association code the lana 15, 16 plus 1 to the atomic number. What type of beta minus angisho. Beta particle uban electron angisho. 94, 92 minus 2 to the atomic number. What happened here? We've lost 2 minus 4 here. What type of particle? Alpha particle, because the alpha decay angisho. Then here you can be able to do this one. You are given this copper, find the radius of the copper, find the volume of the copper as well. You'll be able to do that as well. So